a break. Delete TikTok, delete Instagram, Snapchat if you still use it. I ain't judging you if you do. Snapchat, maybe Pinterest too. Delete it. I'm telling you, delete it. Just try to at least do it for like a week. Just hear me out for a second. I was wondering why I was keep on like contemplating life. I made like a video like I think a week ago or a few days ago saying I'm tired of existing, and at the state my mental health at that stage of the video, it was low-key depleting. Like I wasn't contemplating like offing myself, but it's like I was getting there because I'm like, what's the point of life, blah blah blah. And like these like a few people under that video was like, take a break off social media. I'm like, you know what, why not? It's only like day 4. I literally feel better. I'll be lying if I'm saying it's not boring. Yes, it can be boring at times because you're used to scrolling and getting immediate dopamine every 2-5 seconds. Of course, it's going to get boring when you delete all of that. But just because it's boring does not mean it's going to help you in life. Does not mean it's not worth it. Does not mean you shouldn't do it just because it's boring. It helped me. Like I just sit down and I look at the grass, I look at the sky, I look at the trees and like absorb the sunlight, and my life feels better. What I do to replace that, I go on Hulu, I watch some shows. I start watching my favorite show, like I start watching SpongeBob. Like that's my favorite show of all time. But I watch that, I watch Chowder, I watch Flapjack, I watch Abbott Elementary. Like I watch shows, right? Like I feel like as a kid, things became easier. Like things were easier as a kid because I was innocent too, but at the same time my hobbies actually fulfilled me. I used to love drawing, so I would start drawing. I used to love to paint. Sometimes I'll go in like my neighborhood and find some rocks and I start painting those rocks. I love doing that. I'll do that. Like things like that actually make life feel lighter and actually worth living. TikTok and Instagram and all like major social media platforms, first of all, it's not even that social when you think about it. Like how many people do you actually meet and actually like hang out with them in person? Like just thinking about that. Like I met fantastic people on TikTok and Instagram, but it's not the same, you know? The more and more I indulge myself in those platforms, the more I didn't see the point in life. I'll scroll and then I see a tragic event. I think about that tragic event. I don't even have time to process what's going on. Because before the post about a tragic event was like a funny meme video. And then next I get somebody getting unalived. Like what? Like hello? Can I get a hello or something? Like can I get a warning? Like that's a lot to handle. That's a lot to take. And then the next video is another meme. What? How is that normal? Like that cannot help your brain at all. How can I process so much information within an hour? Just think about how many TikToks you go through in an hour. Just think about it. Like they have like this thing on TikTok where you can look at your watch history. Just look at your watch history. Try to screenshot a TikTok in the beginning of the hour. Screenshot the TikTok and the time you saw it. Okay, an hour goes by, go look at your watch history and count how many you've been through. From when you screenshotted that first video. Just count how many, just count. It's insane. And then we wonder why our brains are fried, how cooked we are. Now we're using that as a way to escape. We might not like the state of reality right now, so we use TikTok and Instagram or whatever as a dopamine hit, you know, as something to just make time go by. Life is just flying by and you're not making memories. When was the last time you sat down and had brunch with your friends? Go out on a walk with your friends. Go somewhere with your friends. And no phones, without your phones. Like the more and more, like I will go places and I just keep my phone in my pocket, or I keep it in the car, or I just don't use it. Because I'm like, if I respond to it or not, it's still going to be there. TikTok and Instagram is still going to be there. But you know what's not going to be there? Your family, your friends. You don't know when's the last time they're going to be there. You don't know when it's your last time to be here. You don't know when it's your last day. So just appreciate it. Actually try to like make memories and make each day count because you've done something that's meaningful and fulfilling. Yes, TikTok has helped me. I've learned so much on TikTok. Cool. But I've also experienced a lot that I didn't want to see on TikTok. You know, like I would hear about tragic events. And I truly feel like that is meant to be there to keep us at a low vibrational state. Because just think about it. What do I gain from hearing something traumatic that's now going to affect me? Yes, it's a point to learn about it. But every day, how is that helping anyone? Literally, how? Especially if I don't have the resources to help that person, what is it making me gain by even knowing about it? Now I'm sitting down thinking about it, like I'm putting myself in their shoes, stressing me out. Now I'm sad. Now I'm getting angry about the fact they're going through that. Tragic things are always going to happen, whether I know about it or not. If I can't fix it, if I can't help it, why should I know about it? I'm not trying to invalidate anything. I'm not saying like, oh, who cares what people go through? I'm saying like, the amount that we hear about traumatic things shouldn't be at this amount. If I can't fix it, if I can't help, why do I need to know about it? Horrible things happen each day. I don't gain anything from knowing about it. I stopped watching the news. Like, because I realized there's nothing positive in the news. Majority of the news is bad news. Newsflash, good things happen around the world, but the news doesn't want to highlight that. Like, so it just makes you, like, it started making me paranoid about things. It started making me question, like, am I safe? Yes, I'm safe. Like, it just keeps you at a low state. Like, it just messes up your root chakra and everything. Like, it's not helping whatsoever. Like, and then FOMO, like the fear of missing out. Oh my gosh. It's like everywhere. Like, I would see people go on concerts. I'm like, that's cool. And then people will be under the comments like, oh, I wish I went. Now I'm thinking, dang, I wish I went too. Like, it's just like, what am I gaining on being this? Like, what am I gaining from being on this app all the time? I'm gaining nothing. Like, yeah, I get information, but so, like, how about let me read a book? Let me ride my bike around the neighborhood. Let me paint something. Let me go out to eat with my friends. Like, let me actually do something instead of staring at a screen all day. Just like, the moment you like really delete social media, and it's only been 4 days since I deleted TikTok and Instagram, it's just, my brain is less busy. I'm not as anxious as before. I can see clearly now. I can hear colors. Like, like I could actually exist and life feels slower. Like, yeah, my sisters will tell me, oh, did you hear about this? I'll be like, yeah, I didn't know about it. They're like, how come? I'm like, I deleted social media. They're like, why? I'm like, why not? I was like, it's overwhelming. They're like, yeah, but isn't it boring? I'm like, yeah, but I'd rather have peace of mind. That's the thing. When you have peace, peace is boring. Peace can be very boring. Peace isn't really that exciting for real. So right now I have peace. Is it boring? A little bit. But now I have time to actually think about the things I want to do. You know, like, I could actually exist and it doesn't feel like I'm running out of time. I always felt like I was running out of time every time I was on TikTok. Like, I understand and I understand and I overstand that the moment you compare yourself to another person is when you take away your joy. Comparison is the thief of joy, and that's so true. But it's really easy to fall into that trap of comparing yourself. I'll go on social media and I'll see another girl my age and she will have like her own place, her own car. She's like self-employed, and I will look at myself like, dang, how come I don't have that? And then I remember, like, everybody's different. Each person's journey is completely different than yours. And I'm just glad that I can exist. Yeah, I might not have a car. I might not have a crib on my own. I might not have like a 6-digit income right now. And that's okay. I'm 20 and I'm enjoying life. I feel like that's more than enough. I actually have peace of mind. Some people don't have that luxury. And social media makes us feel like luxury is what you have and not what you are. Like, things that are luxurious are things that you can things that you can buy with money, but not things that you have on the inside, or things that money can't buy. I think those are true luxuries, because if a person has money, they can buy, I don't know, they can buy Gucci, Supreme, if people still buy Supreme, Louis Vuitton, Prada, was it Birkin? Yeah, a Birkin bag. Like, people could buy those things. Anybody can have them. But do you have peace of mind? Do you have self-confidence? Can you be your own company? Are you content with being alone? Are you content with being single? That's a true luxury. Do you have mental stability to where no matter what is going on around you, the state of your life, who's around you, what your life looks like, you always have your head in between your shoulders and you'll always be your own rock? Do you have that luxury? Money can't buy that. So it's like, and people yearn for that. So let's just be grateful for what we got right now. I got things that money can't buy. Some people, you might have a dog, you might have a cat, you might have siblings, you might have parents, a guardian, grandparents, friends, relatives, people you hang out with and care about, loved ones in general. There's people in this lifetime that don't have that, and you might have that. Let's be grateful for that. Money cannot buy that. It really can't. That's the true luxury. Like, social media is the death of being genuine and authentic. Like, yeah, I'll share my art. I'll share how I am online, and like my piercings and stuff like that. I've gotten a lot of compliments, and I met really cool people that also have the same hobbies and interests as me. That's very cool. But at the same time, like, that's over the phone. It's not real life. If my community is on social media, it's going to be harder for me to leave. It's kind of like a trap. I'm grateful to run into these people, to talk to them and stuff. But at the same time, how am I supposed to leave the app? How am I going to have some free time? You know? So I feel like it's important to take time for yourself and slow down. Catch yourself. And it's very difficult. I'm not saying it's impossible, but it's much easier to slow down when you're off of social media. You know? I would include Pinterest in the mix, because I use Pinterest because I like to look at things that I'm interested in. And I feel like I would catch myself wanting the things that I see. And I'm like, wait a minute. I thought this was supposed to be fun. Why am I sitting down and being like, oh, I wish I had that? How about let me be grateful for what I got? Like, what do you mean? Like, yeah, it's cool to want things, but all the time? Can you even enjoy the things that you have now? While you're so worried about wanting things that you don't have? Like, people want what they can't have. Or people want what they don't have. But it's like, just think about it. How is God, how is the universe going to give you something that you want, but meanwhile, the other things that you wanted and now you have it, you don't appreciate it because you're so worried about what you don't have. You don't even appreciate what's in front of you. So how is God, how's the universe going to give you more if you don't appreciate what you got now? So, thanks for watching. Stay resilient, stay peaceful, stay beautiful, reflection. Thanks for having time with Tatsi. I'm out.